Hello. Okay, thanks for coming
Hello,
here.
everybody. How are you guys all doing today? This is super fantastic. Thank you for inviting us.
I want to thank you all for being a part of my therapy session here for exposure, group exposure to for stage fright. So you're all part of this. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about the mobile Voodoo Doughnut van. Did everybody get a donut this morning? Anybody? Yay, yay. That's Tiana working in there. I run a program called Urban Opportunities. It started in 2007. It's an after-school enrichment program for at-risk youth. I teach at, or myself and my team teach at Madison, Marshall, Jefferson, Roosevelt, Park Rose, and a couple alternative schools. We do job readiness training. The curriculum is resume writing. We have the kids do job applications, mock interview, work ethic, financial literacy. And then it's a 12-week program. They come for about 2 hours one time a week after school, so they're there pretty much on their own, which is pretty incredible. We do offer, just this year, I was able to get the curriculum accredited. So if they complete the program, they get 0.5 elective credit, which is huge, yay. The target population, like I said, is at-risk youth, meaning they're low income. They're attending pretty under-supported schools. If anyone knows the state of Portland Public Schools, it's pretty bad right now. So. They're also minority youth. I consider any high school student at risk these days. It's pretty scary out there. So after they complete the program, I try to find them jobs. And I have partnered with a bunch of businesses in town. I try to place them in jobs for approximately 40 hours. That can be stretched. That can happen in 2 weeks, or that can happen over the course of a couple, 2 or 3 months. In 2007, when I started this program, I had a lot of business partners. I was partnering with Starbucks and Trader Joe's and New Seasons, a bunch of businesses in town, and then the recession hit, and those partners were just not able to justify hiring youth when they were laying off their own staff. And so then that's when I had to get really creative and try to create some sort of business or job opportunity for these kids. So I met with this, I call her my benevolent benefactor, and she was really interested in the program, wanted to know kind of what was going on, how she could help. And I was telling her, you could volunteer, or I have these fundraisers. And then I said, but what I really want to do is I have this idea about this mobile Voodoo Doughnut van. And she asked me to write up a business proposal, which I did. And then within 2 weeks, she had gone out and raised $11,000 to do the startup for this van, which was incredible. So then I kind of had the money, so I had to convince Trace here from Voodoo Doughnut that, hey, I want to do this van. So again, I gave him the proposal and begged and pleaded, and then
There wasn't that much begging or pleading at all. It was a great idea, I thought, right from the beginning, and we all just, it was a perfect fit, so.
So this is sort of it's a social entrepreneurship is what it's called. And Trace is going to read the definition.
I'm going to read that definition here.
Social
entrepreneurship is the work of a social entrepreneur.
That's me.
A social entrepreneur is someone who recognizes a social problem and uses entrepreneurial principles to organize, create, and manage a venture to make social change.
So that was the goal of the Donut Van. It was to create these jobs for this population that had graduated from Urban Opportunities. And so Trace is here to kind of talk about the benefits of being a business that participates in a social entrepreneurship and how great it is, right?
For us, it's fantastic. The thing with the donuts, they're these wonderful things that make people happy wherever you go, it seems like. You just walk in with
Were you happy to get a free donut
with
today,
one of those
right?
pink boxes, yeah. I mean, I didn't even really realize that donuts would be such this bridging of everybody. From the womb to the tomb, everybody seems to like these things. And for us, like the visibility, and I mean, you know, I knew Polly when she had her restaurant, and she hired these at-risk youth, and there was one gentleman there that I always kind of kept my eye on, and was like, you know, I'd really, really like to, you know, try to hire him sometime. And he actually never worked in the van. He just went through Polly's program of job readiness, and he's now a manager of one of our stores. And it's cool to see that he's, you know, he's grown up, and he's doing this great job for us. We have other people that we've hired through her thing. We have, I think, 5 people that have stuck on, not just have been kind of seasonal and got their job readiness and went on to somewhere else, but they've actually stuck at Voodoo Doughnut. The van itself, the big pink van, is awesome because we get to go to things like TED, and we're at the bikeways and the park,
Sunday
parkways. I mean, a million things.
The bite. I've been on the tarmac at Portland
International
at the
airport. There goes that pink Voodoo van.
We had to get an escort and everything.
Tarmac at the airport.
I had to stop for planes. It was great.
And so, and we used to do wholesale, you know, all over the place. And I apologize if you used to get a Voodoo Doughnut at like New Seasons or something, and now we don't do that. But at one point, we just kind of dropped wholesale because it just wasn't working. It was complicated. That we were making all of these donuts that we couldn't sell for these people waiting in line, and it just turned into this big mess. Telling a drunk person at 2 in the morning when they're staring at 3,000 donuts behind them that were all sold out really was getting to be complicated. And with gas prices and just the whole deal. And so instead of trying to spread out, and we were going at some point 60 and 70 miles, you know, to go deliver donuts both ways, and it just was kind of crazy. We just pared everything back, and we went with the donut van, which is this awesome community outreach. It gets the product out, it gets kids job training, and that's kind of, you know, that's what I feel good about. My business partner, Cat Daddy, feels just great about. We love literally being in bed with Polly Bang. So that's so. I know. Well.
So anyway, it was a win-win situation. For me, how many before today? How many of you have heard of Voodoo Doughnut? Okay, hi. So the marketing for me, I didn't have to go into a business that I had a problem marketing any of the product. It was like I built that thing. I didn't, but I hired someone to build it out, and in a month we're selling out. So it was the benefits there were great. I think the advertising benefits for Voodoo's been great. Just great. I mean, and that van is just awesome. And people, yes. I mean, I was just in LA yesterday, and we were talking about this. I missed the rehearsal, but I came in yesterday, and Polly had the van at a function that somebody was opening up something, and she's like, just a second, and she's hustling Old Dirty Bastards and Dirt Donuts and stuff, and it was just like, this is so great, I'm like out of town, and she's, selling donuts, and it's a win-win situation. So. It is, and the kids, their experiences with it, and I've got a little movie I'm going to show, but you'll meet Jose, and Tiana's working out there today, and the experience for the kids, I think, is really, it's all been very positive. They get great work skills, they get a reference, and they have like the coolest job on earth, and all their friends think they're so cool, and they get to go, to places in the community where they they may not get the chance to go to, so they're doing all these street fairs and stuff and getting into different communities, and anyway, it's been great. So you can hire it too. Yep. So it just, if you want. And we've done some other things with Polly too. We did a Christmas tree stand at Voodoo 2 that employed youth. Again, employed youth, which these poor kids huddling, by a space heater and listening to Christmas Carol all days. But it's a job. It's a job. And all it's social entrepreneurship. Everybody talks about trying to get a job, and this is the young lady that makes that happen. And you teach those children to bring a pen to their interview and to fill out a job application, and that's what my dad taught me. He's like, make sure you bring a pen, because I get 1 million resumes a day, and the person who asks to borrow a pen, I usually don't hire. So I think we'll watch the little movie. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. It was a great organization.
My name is Jose Lopez. I'm 18. I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. Well, how I heard about Urban Opportunities was some lady walking around the cafeteria talking about some class that can help you get a job or like train you on how to get a job.
Urban Opportunities was actually what came out of a restaurant that I used to own that employed at-risk youth. And then in 2007, I sold it to start Urban Opportunities, which instead of employing the youth, I actually taught kids how to get the jobs, and then I went to businesses to see if they could employ the kids who graduated from the program. It just sort of followed the need, primarily low-income students, students at risk of dropping out, so credit-deficient students.
I was supposed to graduate this year, but I didn't. School would start at 8:15, but my time would be at 9, because I guess I just didn't take it seriously, I guess, or something, and I regret it now.
You know, we want to get them prepared for real life. Urban Opportunities, it's a 3-month course. It's about an hour and a half once a week after school, and the kids do everything from they write resumes, they write cover letters, they do mock interviews, mock job applications. Part of the program is not just teaching the job readiness skills, it's also trying to find jobs for students as well in the communities. I went to the owners of Voodoo Doughnut and I did a proposal, and I just said, if I raise the money and purchase this van, can I sell your product? And within a month I had purchased the van, did the build out, painted it pink.
You know, we had an established product that people liked, people came to, people knew about, and she was just kind of getting going, so it was kind of a great opportunity for us to get, you know, the donuts out a little more, but more importantly for her and her program, getting kids job experience and on the job training.
The reason I want to get a job is not because they tell me to, but like because I want to for myself. And like as soon as I turned 18, I realized that I'm getting older, I'm becoming an adult, and I need to find a job. Since I didn't finish high school, I feel like, I mean, what else do I have to offer my family? I mean, I feel like I'm just like taking up space, like just a waste of space.
You know, nobody's going to argue that it's a bad thing to teach kids how to get jobs. I mean, I think the sooner that they learn those skills, the better off we are as an economy, as a community. And the importance of the Voodoo van is just that, you know, I'm just able to give these kids a really great first-time working experience.
We're not just helping Polly, we're not just helping the kids, we're not just helping our brand, we're not just helping our community, we're doing it all. It's not a lot, but
it's something.
Urban Opportunities has changed how I feel about being on time. I've also learned like how to talk to people better, you know, communicate with like the customers. Also like, you know, like always trying to do something, even if like there ain't no customers, trying to clean the van or something.
Not only are you going to learn some really applicable skills and get work experience, have a good reference, but it's going to be fun.
And that's very important, and hopefully that kind of tips the plate. I think that's the entire object of the program, is to tip the plate in the right side to motivate these kids to just like see that life is a giant, beautiful salad, and you can put blue cheese, and you can turn life into a very wonderful thing, but you have to have that spark of determination and ethic and work skills to get there.
They just want to do real life stuff. I mean, they're really into becoming independent adults, and so when they get those opportunities to do that, they thrive.
Urban Opportunities kind of made me think differently, I guess. It's been a great experience. I feel like it's been a lot of help. I really feel like it's getting me ready for like another job in the future.